Page 71, French Minuet. Well, this stuff looks ugly, don't it? Yeah, it does. Let's talk about it. You know, we're getting more and more deeper into this. Again, this is a new unit, so if you're still confused, you're not sure about stuff, please go back now and review everything now. Make sure you're comfortable with what we've covered so far, because as I said before, we're just going to keep adding stuff. And now we've got to deal with eighth notes. All right, let's go back and review the notes. You've had a whole note. That's the circle, whole note. So far for us, a whole note's been 4 counts. It's not always 4 counts, but for us it's 4 count, a whole note. 4 quarter notes, okay. A half note, or 2 quarter notes. And then a quarter note is 1 quarter note. Well, we keep going. 8th note, 16th note, 32nd note. Okay, well, here's the 8th note. If a quarter note gets a count, an 8th note gets half a count. They show them there, the single one just has, it looks like a quarter note with a little flag. But normally you get more than one at a time, and when that happens, they beam them together. They can beam them any way they want, but normally they'll beam them according to the beat or in some way that helps make it a little easier for you to read them. So you look at French Minuet, the 8th notes there in the first line, they're all beamed in pairs. There's 2 notes at a time. Well, that's according to the beat. They're beaming them by the beat. Just helps make reading them a little easier is all it's for. They could have done them all separate. Ugh. Now there's different ways of counting 8th notes. Different teachers teach different one. Different method books teach different one. This book uses the method that I use and teach, and that is you simply put an and in between the numbers, because the numbers are quarter notes. The numbers are the beats. 1, 2, French Minuet's 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those are quarter notes. So if I just put an and in between, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, that would be 8th notes and how fast they would go. 8th notes tend to slow things down a little bit, because 1 and 2 and 3 and is plenty fast enough, but then the beat goes 1, 2, 3. The beat starts to drag. We have to find a tempo that works on pieces where the fast notes aren't too fast and the longer notes aren't too long. We'll talk about it. And that's 8th notes. They look ugly, but really there's just half a quarter note. Now at the top of page 71, they are introducing a mezzo piano. You've already had mezzo piano in another piece. They didn't explain it to you. I did, I hope. But here you get it officially. Mezzo means medium, moderately, sort of. Huh? We've had mezzo forte all along, and I told you eventually you get mezzo piano. Yeah. So you got forte is loud, mezzo forte is sort of loud, mezzo piano sort of soft, and piano soft. Now you can get louder than loud and softer than soft, but there's nothing in between mezzo forte and mezzo piano. Those are next to each other. MP and MF are next to each other in the scale, in the list. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little more when we get to the dynamics part of the lesson. French Minuet, let's look it over. It's 3 lines long, treble bass clef, 3/4 time. Minuets generally in 3/4 time. Minuets and waltzes are very close together. Similar. Not exact same, but similar. I see 8th notes going crazy. A quarter note and a half note and dotted half note. Okay. Take it sort of one hand at a time here, because we need to focus on the right hand, see what we're doing. You're starting out with little finger here. That puts you in this position. Now the hand is not moving around in this piece, so you don't need any other finger numbers here for the right hand. You're right in this position. You just play those notes. And if the notes are bothering you, I'm struggling with the notes, forget the rhythm. Just focus on, we got it here, and then the F, and then an E, and then just make sure you get these notes, and you can get the notes okay. And then once you have that, then you can add the rhythm. 1 and 2 and. You go any speed you want to. 1 and 2 and 3 and. I'm going really slow, but that's okay. I just slowed the counting down. Left hand, well, it comes in on measure 4. Thumb here, so we're here. And again, you're not moving around any, so you don't need these other finger numbers for the left hand. Just, it's beat 2. 2 and 3 and. then the last line is a half note, and then a beat. Put the hands together, so we're here, I guess. And the first line is all right hand. Let's go to the second line. It's measure 4, where both hands are here. 3 and, like so. Then in the last line, the last 2 measures, we're here, and then here, here. That gets full 3 counts, and it's going to last forever, because if you're going slow for the 8th notes, this is going to take a while. So you sort of get an idea of the fingering, the notes, the rhythm, and we think about the articulation. And here, it's connected. Between measure 4 and 5, you can lift up. It's like taking a breath. Basically, just connect everything except that one little lift in the middle. Dynamics, well, here's MP. You'll have to decide what's soft and what's loud, and then what's in the middle. Where is moderately soft? Somewhere in there. It's not soft. It's just sort of soft. The whole thing is sort of soft. It's the only one they gave you. And it's going to be both hands pretty much here. Then the speed. Well, this is where we've got to figure out how fast these 8th notes are going to go. People are going to dance to it. Some people, you dance to some minuets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. If you go that fast, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so if you can't play it that fast, okay, slow it down. How fast can you get these 8th notes evenly? Just keep in mind the beat then, because 1, 2, 3, it's pretty slow. But again, I think accuracy is more important than speed. So how fast can you do the 8th notes evenly? And that's what we're after. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 3 counts. Now, because most of this is 8th notes throughout, I put the metronome beating 8th notes rather than quarter notes, because it's easier to follow with 8th notes. So this is 1 and 2, and those are 8th notes. And that's what we're going to use. So I'll give us 3 quarter note counts to come in though. 1 and ready and go and. And 2 and 3 and off. There's a teacher's part to this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that, but I'm going to speed this way up because it really needs to go a lot faster for a minuet. So make sure you can play this okay before you try it. No hesitations anywhere or it won't work. I need you to go up an octave on the keyboard again. So just pretend middle C instead of here is up here. So instead of here, you're up here. Play it up here. All up here. So we're going to go about that speed. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So make sure you can play it that fast or this won't work. I'll give us 3 counts, 3 quarter note counts. 1, ready, go.